Have you ever found yourself wondering how the other half lives? Not just the other half, but the other tiny, shiny, top of the heap 0.01%? Imagine a single family's wealth eclipsing the GDP of some small nations. Well, strap in, because today we're diving headfirst into the lavish lives of the richest family on Earth, the Waltons. It's not just about dollars and cents, it's about power, politics, and a bunch of hidden skeletons. But before we get started, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content. So let's get started. Shocking fact number 1. The Waltons are richer than you think. The numbers around the Walton family's wealth are so large they become nearly abstract. Imagine trying to count to their net worth. At an estimated $250 billion, you'd need to count $1 per second for more than 7,900 years to get there. That's before the founding of Rome, before the building of the pyramids. Heck, that's around the time when agriculture was just starting to spread. Now, you might be thinking, well, okay, that's a lot of money, but so what? But what if I told you that this wealth accumulation isn't just some statistical oddity? This mountain of money, this towering monument of wealth, is more than just a bunch of zeros on a bank account. It's an expression of power. We're not just talking about being able to buy fancy yachts or even a private island. This kind of wealth gives the Waltons the ability to fundamentally shape the world in a way most people can't even dream of. To put things into perspective, consider this. The Walton family fortune is greater than the GDP of over 140 countries around the world. The Waltons, a single family, has more money than countries like Iceland, Estonia, and Bolivia. They have more financial resources than the combined economic output of these entire nations. And this isn't just an abstract comparison. The money the Waltons have at their disposal has real-world implications. They can afford to employ an army of lobbyists to shape the legal and regulatory environment to their liking. They can buy media outlets to control the narrative. They can pour money into political campaigns to elect politicians who share their views. They can fund research to steer the course of scientific development. In essence, the Waltons can shape the world to fit their image. Shocking fact number 2. Their charity isn't what it seems. Charity and philanthropy are often seen as the benevolent hand of the uber wealthy, a way for them to give back to society, to help those less fortunate. And on the surface, the Walton Family Foundation appears to do just that. They donate millions each year to education, to the environment, to noble causes, and that can seem impressive. But when we dig a little deeper, the reality isn't as rosy as it seems. For every dollar the Waltons donate to their foundation, they receive a tax benefit. This effectively reduces their taxable income and can save them millions in tax payments every year. Essentially, they're using the system to their advantage. It's like a game of financial chess, and the Waltons are always thinking several moves ahead. To put it in simpler terms, it's as if they're giving away one apple from their vast orchard and saving a bushel in the process. Their philanthropy, which on the surface seems so generous, is also a strategic maneuver to retain and grow their wealth. It's like a high-stakes game where the rich get richer while appearing to give back. The plot thickens when we look at where the charitable dollars go. A significant portion is funneled into the education sector, promoting charter schools and vouchers, and this can seem like a noble cause. After all, who doesn't want better education for our children? But when we look closely, we see that these initiatives often take funding away from public schools, schools that serve the most vulnerable populations. These are schools in neighborhoods where Walmart stores are often located, and where many of their workers live. Some critics argue that this focus on charter schools is not simply about improving education. It's about reshaping the education system in a way that aligns with their ideological views and financial interests. It's not just about creating better schools. It's about influencing what children learn, how they learn it, and who profits from that learning. Shocking fact number 3. They have a tragic past. While wealth can provide comfort and convenience, it cannot shield one from the vicissitudes of life, from personal tragedies and life-altering moments. The Waltons are no different. Despite the massive fortune they possess, they too have experienced loss and sorrow, proving that money can't buy immunity from the human condition. One poignant example is the tragic story of John Walton, one of Sam Sam Walton's sons. An adventurous spirit, John served as a medic in the Vietnam War, a time marked by danger and uncertainty. He returned home a Silver Star recipient, but the thirst for adrenaline never left him. John pursued high-risk hobbies, like racing vintage cars and flying ultralight aircraft. In 2005, this passion for dangerous pursuits ended in tragedy when John's homemade experimental aircraft crashed in Wyoming, claiming his life. No amount of money could change the tragic twist of fate that befell him that day. John Walton's passing is a stark reminder that life is unpredictable and fragile, that wealth is no buffer against the inevitability of fate. Shocking fact number 4. They got rich off the backs of their workers. Walmart, the source of the Walton family's wealth, is known for its always low prices. But those low prices come with a hidden cost. The multinational retail corporation has been accused multiple times of labor exploitation and substandard work conditions. The underbelly of the Waltons' wealth reveals a difficult truth. It was, and continues to be, built off the backs of their workers. Walmart is one of the world's largest employers, yet many of these workers earn low wages, often insufficient to meet their basic needs. For instance, an average Walmart employee earns around $15 an hour. In contrast, the Walton family earns around $4 million per hour just from their dividends. It's a harsh reality that lays bare the massive wealth disparity. Furthermore, it's not just about pay. Over the years, Walmart has faced multiple lawsuits over alleged poor working conditions, understaffing, forced overtime, and gender discrimination. These are the people who keep the Walmart machine running, stocking shelves, working cash registers, making sure customers can find what they need. Yet, they're struggling, often living paycheck to paycheck. And then there's the reality of public assistance. A significant number of Walmart employees rely on food stamps, Medicaid, and other forms of government aid to make ends meet. It's a bitter irony. A company that generates billions in profits, yet some of its workers have to rely on taxpayer-funded programs to survive. Shocking fact number 5. Their influence extends far beyond Walmart. Yes, the Waltons owe their fortune to Walmart's success, but their influence and control aren't limited to the world of discount retail. They've diversified their holdings and expanded their reach, using their immense wealth to penetrate a variety of sectors and industries. One of the ways the Waltons have spread their influence is through their investment arm, Walton Enterprises LLC, which is wholly owned by the family and controls their shares in Walmart. This company is a behemoth, quietly moving and shaking the economic landscape in the background. But it's not just about protecting and growing their wealth, it's also about power and influence. When you hold significant stakes in companies across various sectors, you're not just an investor, you're a force to be reckoned with. The Waltons also own a significant stake in Arvest Bank, which is among the largest banks in the United States by asset size. This not only expands their influence into the financial sector, but also gives them a foothold in the world of finance and banking, further amplifying their reach and control. Even the world of sports isn't immune to the Walton influence. Through their holding company, they own a stake in the Colorado Avalanche, a professional hockey team in the NHL, and the Denver Nuggets, a professional basketball team in the NBA. This expands their influence into the cultural sphere, where sports and entertainment play a significant role. In the world of art and culture, the Waltons have also left their mark. Alice Walton, the only daughter of Sam Walton, established the Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art in Bentonville, Arkansas. Housing a vast collection of American art, the museum also wields influence over the cultural narrative, shaping public perception of art and history. The Walton family's wealth isn't just about flashy cars or private islands. It's about the enormous power that extreme wealth can yield, and the deep-seated inequalities at the heart of our society. And yet, their story is full of contradictions. Their wealth and power sit alongside tragedy and controversy. Their philanthropy is entwined with self-interest. Their success has come at the expense of their workers.